top 5 edge rushers, I should say, in college football going into the 2025 season. Another SEC player here at number 5. That is Keldric Faulk from Auburn, who I think is going to get a lot of top 10, top 15 hype in the 2026 draft, and deservingly so, man. This guy is a freak for Auburn. He's been a starting edge rusher for Auburn in each of his first 2 seasons, and he took a major step forward as a sophomore this past year. 83.8 PFF grade in 2024 was more than 16 points higher than what he did as a freshman, and he was the 5th best of any returning Power 4 edge rusher as well. Former 4-star recruit who is dominant in the run game, tied for 8th among Power 4 edges with 23 run defense stops last year. Still developing a little bit as a pass rusher, but he did show a lot of improvement there. He had 9 sacks and 45 pressures last year. Both of them were in the top 20 in the Power 4 as well. So Dalton, a guy who's getting a lot of hype right now, and next year's edge rusher class is maybe a top 15 pick, and it makes a lot of sense with how good he is.
Rightfully so. He's ideally built at 6'6" and almost 290 pounds, and I think you mentioned it, the advancement that he needs to make as a pass rusher is really more about his technique than any sort of physical flaw, because when you look at his build and the way that he can, another guy who can transition down inside and play really well in run defense, that's what you like to see down there at Auburn is, look, they want to run and stop the run. It starts with Keldric Faulk moving between the tackles, over the tackles, off the edge, like we've talked about a couple of guys. I think that versatility is really starting to get to be a theme here when we've talked about now Faulk and LT Overton and Tyreek Sapp. But no, I mean, the development as a pass rusher is still needed, and yet he led the team in pressures and sacks last year. So this is somebody who I think could be not only very important to Auburn, but a game changer when it comes to the race in the SEC. And Auburn kind of being picked by some people, including yourself, to be one of the breakout teams in the conference. Faulk is going to be a big part of that. If he makes that next jump as a pass rusher, he's going to be one of the elite players in the country.
And it's crazy we're saying he's got to make a jump as a pass rusher. He still had a top 20 pressures and sacks in the Power 4 last year. So still, production was there as a pass rusher, but there's even more to tap into, I think, with Keldric Faulk, which is why so many people think he's going to be a top 15 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.